Good morning, students. Yesterday we have seen the comparison of OSI and TCP/IP reference model. Now we will see our next topic, that are the examples of networks. Yes. So here these are the examples of network like internet, ARPANET, NSFNet, third generation mobile phone network, wireless LAN, RFID and sensor networks. Here we have to see only these 2 points, internet and ARPANET. So first we are talking about the internet. So what is internet? It is a network technology. With the help of network technology, one computer is able to connect with another computer. Yes, so that is internetwork. Yes, so all the networks are connected with each other with a different kind of devices like modems, routers. With the help of satellites, they are transmitted signal from one side to another side. Yes, so that is called internet. Now we come to the next point, that is ARPANET. So what is ARPANET? So here, first of all, we have to know what is the full form of ARPANET. So ARPANET means what? ARPANET stands for Advanced Research Project Agency Net. So this is the full form of ARPANET, and it was a first network which consists of distributed control. It was the first network to implement TCP/IP control. So with the help of internet technology that was begun with the help of ARPANET, we can easily communicate with another computer or another mobile, even though it is used to change or enhance the technology of computer technology. So whatever the devices, technical devices, they are helpful for sending the data from one side to another side. For them, ARPANET is useful. It was first introduced in 1969 by US Department of Defense. There are so many characteristics of ARPANET, like it is basically work on WAN. Yes, wide area network. So at any corner of world, we can transmit the data to another corner of the world. Yes, so it is basically working on WAN, and it is also use the concept of packet switching network. Yes, so what is packet switching network? So here our whole datagram, if we have a datagram means data. Yes, so if our datagram is lengthy, then that datagram is divided into small kind of packets, and with the help of modem or router, we are transmitting that data from one side to another side. So that is packet switching network. Next characteristic is it uses interface message processor, or you can say IMP, for subnetting. So here there is one host and there is one subnet network. So this ARPANET software was split into two parts, host and subnet. There are so many advantages in ARPANET, like it is designed for nuclear attack. Whenever it was invented, then basically its purpose is to service in a nuclear attack. It is used for collaborations through email. Means whenever email is transmitted, so that is useful. For the transferring a file or data of defense, ARPANET is used. So there are so many usage of ARPANET. Here two figures are shown to you. First one is a structure of telephone system, and second one is Baran's proposed distributed switching system. Yes, so here in how ARPANET is useful in a telephone system. So here this is a toll office. Yes, This is a toll office. This is also toll office. These are the toll office. Okay, in a center of star, that is a toll office, and these are the switching office. For example, if I make a call to my friend, yes, then first my call is transferred to toll office, then it is transferred to switching office, and then that call is transferred to particular recipient. Yes, so here this is toll office, or you can say head office. This is a switch office. Yes, so here our call is transmitted from toll office to switching office, and ultimately it is transmitted to the particular user device. So in telephone system, ARPANET structure is used. Second one is Baran's proposed distributed switching system. So here in a switching system, ARPANET is also used. This is the structure of ARPANET. See here, this is a subnetwork. Subnet means subnetwork. In a one network, we are creating many subnet, or we are creating many subnetwork. So with the help of one IP address, we are creating subnet IP address. So here host IMP protocol. So here this is solid line shows IMP protocol is used. See here, IMP to IMP protocol, IMP to IMP protocol. Yes, this is IMP protocol. Yes, so these are the IMP protocol is used in ARPANET design. Then host to host protocol means how one host is connected with another host. So here in this way, host is connected with another host with the help of network. Yes, see here. So here IMP protocol is used in ARPANET structure. So in this way it is used. Next point is architecture of internet. So what is the architecture of internet? So this is the data center from where data is transmitted from one device to another device. Yes, here this is internet exchange point. So this is the location where ISP providers are meet at this point. Yes, this is peering IXP, internet exchange point. This is fiber optic line through where a data is transmitted. Here dial-up connection is used. Here next one is ISP stands for internet service provider. Yes, so through internet service provided, internet facility is used and data is transmitted, or with the help of internet service provider we are accessing data from internet. Now next one is DSL. So DSL stands for digital subscriber line. So it is a technology. With the help of this technology, it is useful to transmit a digital data over telephone lines. ठीक है, जो DSL है तो वो टेलीफोन लाइन के थ्रू हम इंटरनेट का यूज़ कर रहे हैं, डेटा है वो ट्रांसमिट हो रहा है. दिस इज राउटर. Yes, so with the help of router is helpful for fetching and sending the waves from one side to another side. Yes, ultimately our data is transmitted into radio waves. So it is the responsibility of router to fetch a wave from sending side and send these waves to the receiving side or another router. Yes, this is cable modem. With the help of cable modems we are accessing the data. Here telephone call is made with the help of cable modem. Yes, so in this way this is the internet structure. Through this structure is followed whenever we are using internet. Yes. Now here some international standards, like this is the 802 working groups, and see here the one marked below side are hibernating, one marks plus gave up and disbanded itself. तो यहाँ पे 802.1, ठीक है, तो ये जो IEEE का जो स्टैंडर्ड है वो किस में यूज़ होता है, तो जो लैन का आर्किटेक्चर है इसमें यूज़ होता है। 802.2 तो वो लॉजिकल लिंक प्रोटोकॉल है उसमें यूज़ होता है। 802.3, ठीक है, तो ये किस में यूज़ होता है, तो एथरनेट में, ये मोस्ट IMP है। तो एथरनेट में 802.3 स्टैंडर्ड का यूज़ होता है। 802.4 का यूज़ टोकन बस में होता है, ठीक है, जो हमारे जो टोपोलॉजीज है, ठीक है, तो वो टोपोलॉजी जो बस टोपोलॉजी उसमें 802.4 का यूज़ होता है। 802.5 तो वो रिंग टोकन रिंग में यूज़ होता है। 0.6 तो ड्यूअल बस में यूज़ होता है। मोस्ट IMP है तो वो है ये वाला 802.10 दैट इज़ वर्चुअल लैन एंड सिक्योरिटी में यूज़ होता है। वायरलेस लैन ये भी IMP है 802.11, तो वायरलेस लैन में वाईफाई कनेक्शन में 802.11 IEEE स्टैंडर्ड का यूज़ होता है। जहाँ पे एस्ट्रिक साइन है तो वो मोस्ट IMP स्टैंडर्ड है, जैसे कि 803 है, 802.3 है, 802.11 है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट IMP है 802.15, ठीक है, तो वो पैन में जो पर्सनल एरिया नेटवर्क है ब्लूटूथ या ZigBee, ठीक है, तो उसमें यूज़ होता है। 802.16 है, ठीक है, तो वो है ब्रॉडबैंड वायरलेस कनेक्शन। जैसे वाईफाई है तो वाईफाई और वाईमैक्स में क्या डिफरेंस है, तो वाईफाई की जो रेंज है उससे ज़्यादा वाईमैक्स की रेंज है, ठीक है, तो उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी भी ज़्यादा है, तो वो एक डिफरेंस है। तो 802.16 का जो स्टैंडर्ड है वो ब्रॉडबैंड वायरलेस में यूज़ होता है, ठीक है। तो ये मोस्ट IMP स्टैंडर्ड्स है जो आपको याद रखने हैं, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे आपका ये फर्स्ट यूनिट है वो यहाँ पे ख़त्म हो रहा है स्टूडेंट्स। थैंक यू।